Okay, guys, here we are in round 3 of the Vintage Championships, and we're playing Sandy Dog MTG. And this guy is a pretty well-known grinder on Moto, so we definitely got our hands full here. And I believe he's playing like a blue-red Gush Delver list, and so I think this is a pretty reasonable start for us. We're going to go and play a Thorn and Amethyst here, and I'm going to lead with the factory because I can attack with it next turn and no need to plunk myself unnecessarily. There also is merit to actually just outright playing the Ancient Tomb in hopes that we draw something like a Workshop and we can cast the Forge Master. But okay, so I'm pretty happy that got through. I think it's likely my opponent has a piece of power in his hand or a Sol Ring that we can actually get with the Revoker. We'll see if he plays a Delver here. Nope. Okay. So we've had a very good draw here in a Lodestone Golem. And, hopefully our opponent doesn't have a Force of Will. But getting a Lodestone out here and resolving it is very powerful. So he does have the Force, and that's not unexpected. And he pitched a Flusterstorm, which is a dead card. And let's see what happens here. Like, we don't really want to see a young Pyromancer come down, but not much we can do about that. We hope to draw a land, or a Wasteland would be good. Okay, so this was not the best land to draw for sure, because we can't cast anything outside of our Revoker, but I'm very hesitant to start casting a Revoker right now. I am just going to plow in here for 2 damage. I mean, I guess I could cast the Revoker. I don't see a large downside in doing it, because it does beat down pretty good right now, and if my opponent misses a land drop, that's not insignificant. And I think we'll just set it on Dak Faden. Now, of course, he's a ways away from casting a Dak Faden, but and hopefully he just misses here, and next turn we can play the Forge Master. Okay, Strip Mine's a good one. So this is probably a Delver. And this is a pretty good draw for us. Obviously, I don't like plunking myself with an Ancient Tomb here. And I do have to take a couple damage, but I think we just attack in here. Two, three, four, five, yeah. Yeah. I'm going to pay 4 life to do this. I'm going to attack in with both my guys here. And I think I'm going to main phase my guy here. Because if he strips my land there, then I'm in trouble. Now, of course, this puts me in closer proximity to dying to something like a Delver. Yeah, and he does have another Force, so good for him. Now, hopefully my guy's Delver doesn't flip here. And it didn't. Okay, let's get something good here, guys. Chalice of the Void is a really great draw here. Unfortunately, I am going to take some more damage here if I want to attack, and I think I do want to attack with my factory here. 2-4. Yeah, and I mean, you know, I can use my duplicate next turn if I need to. Let's see if we can get it through, guys. It's typically very good against this deck. Okay, so mission accomplished. And we'll see if he strip mines miss here. I wouldn't be surprised. Like a good draw for us would be a Tangle Wire here. Snapcaster, okay. So this puts me on a very terrible clock here. If he flips here, I'm in trouble. But definitely well played by my opponent. And like we need to draw something like a Tangle Wire would be good, a Workshop would be good. He revealed a Force of Will, okay. So we are officially on a one-turn clock now. Okay. Black Lotus. Well, let's cast it. And let's see if we can slide a duplicate through here, guys. And of course, we've got to plunk ourselves to do it. And far from perfect. Let's see if we can remove a Delver here. Nope, he's got another Force. Okay, so we knew our opponent had that. So down a game here, guys. Okay. Blue-red Delver. Now what has he got for a sideboard here, this guy? So Ingot Chewers and Shattering Spree. And a Mountain. What has he got for main deck removal? Fire and Ice and 4 Lightning Bolts. So he's got lots of stuff here. So Precursor Golems are no good. And against this type of deck, I mean, Chalice of the Void is very, very good. Duplicant I'm not so sure about. I mean, it does give me an out to, you know, Delvers and that sort of thing, but I think it's a pretty good bet to get rid of that. It's not really what I'm looking to do. I mean, guys, I think this is a pretty good match. I really do think it's perfectly reasonable to be able to win this here. You know, I had a bad stretch of Ancient Tombs there, and if I wasn't plunking myself with Ancient Tombs, I think I had a fair chance of fighting my way out of that. But let's see. Yes, I would like to play first. Okay, let's take a look. Does Sandy Dog run Wastelands? He's got a strip mine. We know that, right? All right. Well, this is not a perfect hand, but it's a very good hand. As long as he doesn't have a strip mine, I feel like we're in solid shape. Too bad we don't have a turn 1 Lodestone Golem. Let's do the Thorn here, because in hopes that we can draw something. Land next turn. Okay, so there's our play. And hopefully, as I say, he doesn't have that strip mine, because if he does, we're going from looking good to not so good. Of course. Well, that is about as fortuitous of a draw as I've ever had. So we now know that that's safe, as long as he's playing the exact same iteration as he qualified with. All right. Metamorph. I could cast it. Put it on a Moxen, I guess. Not super crazy about that. I mean, I guess it does move our game plan ahead here, and if I draw Saw Land, I can cast a Steel Hellkite. Not crazy about that, though. My kids have just come home here from their day out, so it's about to get a lot more noisy here. Yeah, and I also can put this on a Thorn, too. I think I'm going to put it on a Thorn. You know, Thorn is... hurting my opponent far more than it hurts me. Unless he's got one of his all-creature hands. Hey, hon, how are you? Good. That's good. How was your time at the museum? Good. Cool. Well, hon, Daddy's actually in the middle of a match right now, and I'm hoping that when I finish, I can come hear all about it. Well, I haven't played enough games yet, so I just need a bit of privacy. Okay? Oh, nice.
We're going to get Taylor down for sleep because she's almost falling asleep on us. And this clock is off. I was going to say, it's long past 12. The battery's dead. All right, TK.
Sorry about all the noise here, guys. So my 2-year-old is just going for a nap here. And hopefully we'll be back to quiet again in a minute. So hopefully my opponent keeps missing on land drops here. That would be really good for us. And if that could happen. And it looks like that's the case. So tangle wire would be good here. Oh, Chalice of the Void's a nice one too.
Daddy, what are you doing? Daddy, what are you doing?
And so we are going to set our Chalice at 1 here. Actually, we can't because of the cost to do it. So I am, you know, it's one of those things, like I feel like I need to save that for 1. It's just so much better. I mean, yes, my opponent, I guess if he gets some power, this could look a lot worse, but actually maybe I do just set it at 0. Yeah, I'm going to do that now that I think about it, because, you know, him being able to cast power is one way that he can get ahead of me here. And yes, it's going to cost him 4 mana to do it, but maybe that's incorrect. Hopefully this turn we draw another land, and we're going to be able to get out ahead with our Steel Hellkite. Because he cannot stop any of our spells from resolving. So we now have 3, 4, 5 mana. So we're still a little bit off here. And if we miss this turn, at least we're going to be beating down with a factory. And my opponent has missed a gain on land. And that's a nail in the coffin if I can cast it. And it's 6, I can't. But I feel like if we can cast that Tangle Wire, it's over. And we just need to draw another land. And that would take precedence for me over casting anything else in my hand right now. So there's the Dak Faden. So I'm not sure what my opponent's doing here. I'll just pause the video for a minute. Okay, we're back in action here. I'll be done maybe in around 10 minutes in between rounds, but I'm sorry I'm ignoring you, honey, but Daddy's trying to concentrate here quite a bit.
Did you win any game?
Yeah, I've won 2 matches so far, and I'm trying to win this one here. This will put Daddy in a good spot. Still can't cast my spell, and that is now a dead card in my hand, the Ruby. Okay. So both my opponent and I are struggling on lands a little bit here. My own spears are definitely hitting me. And looks like he's missed again. So we're really hoping to, yeah, we're just not doing well here with drawing lands. But the good news is that if he misses here, then we have won. Because we're representing lethal damage. Okay. So not the most ideal situation, but it goes to show you the power of spheres against his deck. And yeah, let's hope we can get out ahead again here. Like, I feel like his deck struggles with land. in general. So spheres are very, very good against him. I don't think I'm going to do anything different here, though. I mean, Grafdigger's Cage, or excuse me, Crucible of Worlds is a very solid card, but I'm more interested in being able to guaranteed lockout. Like if I don't have a Strip Mine or Wasteland, Crucible is not that great. So let's see if we can take this game down here. You know, my opponent is showing that in both these games so far that he's very reliant on cantripping to be able to draw lands and using his gushes and things like that. And locking his lands out is a pretty big deal. You know, in game one, he just had so many Force of Wills, it was, there wasn't much we could do. So this is a really great hand, guys. Best hand we've seen so far in the tournament and an opener, I would think. We're going to keep, and hopefully my opponent does not have a hand to match it, because we're going to be able to Sphere Resistance and Revoke turn one. Which is a pretty solid play. Once again, we have to hope that he doesn't have the Strip Mine. Okay, turn one Delver Secrets, just fine. Interesting, okay. Well, let's get our Moxen in here. You see, the thing is next turn, I can actually play a Sphere or a Staff and End or a Worm Coil. But I don't think I have the luxury of waiting to do that. And hopefully this doesn't get Force of Willed. We're going to set this on Dak Faden. So it's not perfect, but if we draw a Sol land here, we have an opportunity to cast the Wormcoil or the Staff of Nin if we so choose. Which one, I'm not sure. So he didn't flip, which is good. Well, nice on the basic lands for him. Okay, Light and Bolt is fine. Okay, guys, so we actually have free reign to cast our stuff here, and I feel like Staff of Nin is just a great way to win. And we're going to remove his Delver right here, and hopefully he is unable to remove our staff. And we can draw some more cards off it, which is pretty significant. So he got our Revoker, we got his Delver. And hopefully he misses on lands here, guys. Okay. So for sure a nice play. Tanglewire. Geez, this is a nice card to draw here. Guys, I think we are going to Tanglewire him here. I mean, we can outright cast the Wormcoil, but the question is, do I squeeze the Wormcoil while I can? I feel like Wormcoil is just so good here. Yeah, And if he doesn't draw a land next turn, yeah, I'm gonna jam the worm coil here, guys. That may be incorrect, but the reason I'm doing is I know I can get it through right now, that he can't stop it. And even if he kills it, it's going to put a lot of pressure on him, dealing 6 damage a turn. So, and next turn we can do the tangle wire. You know, like if he misses land here, I'm feeling much stronger about things. Okay, he got a land. So let's see if he casts like a pyromancer here or something. Okay, and he does. So we'd like to draw a Triskelion. Strip mine, geez, that's a nice card to draw. We can now take 2 of his lands away, which I believe is the correct play. So I'm feeling very good about things here, guys. Let's get our tangle wire in. He can't stop it, and he can't cantrip, and I'm going to take 2 of his lands away here, both blue, so he can't gush. I mean, yes, he's got ingot chewers and things like that that he can activate off the red, but let's hope we draw well here, guys. And of course, he's going to be tapped down from the tangle wire here, and he won't be able to cast any spells outside of Moxen, which won't activate his Pyromancer. So we're in really strong position here, guys. And if we draw a business spell here, Lodestone Golem would be great. I feel like we're in a strong position to win this. Like, we're not going to lose if we draw business. Oh, look at this, guys. Okay, well, that is almost assures that he's not casting another spell this game. And we're going to be able to ride this Worm Coil to victory. Okay. So Tangle Wire is doing its work here. Hopefully he misses again. Okay, guys.